Hey everybody, it's Edwardo with your DraftStream game review for the May 7th, 2020 game and your talent pool preview for the May 14th, 2020 game. Now, this is our sheet from this past weekend, and dun, 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 dun. That's right. We get the Imperial March for Jaybird. Freaking Jaybird. Back in the game again. Pretty solid domination. Almost wire to wire. Yeah. Jaybird did his thing. Let's take a look at his call sheet. And it was his 6-pack of driveways, which carried the day. Also the headliner stack of solar opposites and the headliner stack of Spaceship Earth, which did okay. Lost a few points at the final scoring on Monday, but still pretty solid overall score. And the man only spent $71,000 on his budget for an absurd 18.82 points in value. What a sicko. All right. The perfect call sheet, he was less than 20 points off of the perfect call sheet. And the perfect call sheet here just went with the dynamic duo of driveways, 7-pack stack, and 3-pack of solar opposites. So there you have it. That was the optimal strategy this week. And I mean, coming in at an absurd 66,000. See, you got to aim lower, Jaybird. You got to aim lower. But good looking call sheet. You even did the tiebreakers. Bless your heart. And pretty close in the tiebreakers, too. Not that he needed them. And our second place finisher, gambled 24x7. He made his move on Sunday at the Sunday update and held me off for second place. Let's take a look at G24's call sheet. Here we go. 4-pack of driveways. A headliner stack of I Know This Much Is True, which was a bit of a wild card. Seeing how it debuted on Sunday, the critical reviews were somewhat meh, but it did pull an 85.75 score. Oh, these look really similar. Just under Spaceship Earth, which he had a headliner stack. And look at this. Tyler Perry's Bruh held up. 77.50, and honestly, it was only on the strength of one user review on IMDb that carried Bruh away from a default score of 69.50. We had 2 defaulters this week. JJ Villard's Fairy Tales, and I think this might throw the dagger into using Adult Swim on this platform for now. Nobody covered it. Nobody reviewed it. Hell, no one even rated it. So we might pause before we add anything from Adult Swim again in the future, especially when it's like an animated short series. And our other defaulter was Call Your Mother. Shocking. I just thought that there would be more critical reviews. Maybe in a user review. I mean, did it actually air last night at Comedy Central? Who's to say? Call Your Mother. It had some comedic big names. Jim Gaffigan, I guess. He's got a following. Jim Norton. Yvonne Orji was on Insecure last night. Roy Wood Jr. I just would have thought that this would have had more of something. So, I don't know. Call Your Mother did not register a rating at all. And then of course my call sheet in third. And it's the Call Your Mother stack right here, which doomed me. Just absolutely crushed me. I mean, getting no score at all, it's just sad. Because if Call Your Mother had performed, done something like, say, I don't know, like an 85 across the board, nope, I still would have lost big. All right, never mind. Never mind. Anyways, hats off to Jaybird, Gamble 24x7. Good job. And look at our project, our group project, the Brown Baby, aka Draft Mom. Climbed her way out of the cellar on the first night. Solidly middle of the pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sixth. Respectable. Respectful effort, Mom. What was your call sheet again? Let's see where. Let's just offer you a little room for improvement. Let's see what you had here. Walkaway Joe didn't bring much to the party. Adventures in Psychedelics. Now, that was a risk I took as well. It did not register many scores. I think the only score it made was... Yeah, it had one critic score and it tanked. So it was a default score, save one critic score. So it's not what you want. It's not what you want. So that tanked your call sheet some too, as did Call Your Mother. So you were a magnet, someone like I was, for low scores when you needed them the most. But otherwise, like the construction of this call sheet, a lot of headliners. She went back to the old going optimal strategy where it was 8 headliners, just one day player, one co-star. You don't have to do that anymore, Mom. Co-stars are valuable now. That's what's new and hip. Let's take a look at the Roan. I don't think we've checked out his call sheet this week. And he also went the old school going optimal. Bit of variety, too. Not sticking with one show. Seems like it probably cost him this week because he got a lot of random scores in there. 77.5, though, from How to Build a Girl. He also got bit by the defaulter, Call Your Mother. And then the low-scoring Adventures in Psychedelics. Nice pick on Solar Opposites, but yeah. It's not exactly what we were looking for. But I love you playing every week. I think next week you might be close to the money. Make sure all of you study. Make sure you all study in the scoring tab some of the previous contest results, because these will each have perfect call sheets on there to show you what optimal strategy is, as well as, and I would look at the modified perfect call sheet because that has the new 20% co-star bonus scoring in there. But you can also look at that plus also your colleagues' call sheets and see what worked for them and what did not. All right. So let's move on to this week's new talent pool. And here you have it. 15 fresh titles. Everything from Alice down to White Lines. We've got Dead Still, which is our risky play of the week. It debuts Monday. It's on a streaming service, Acorn TV, which ostensibly means it could be up as early as midnight Pacific, maybe even earlier if it's an East Coast based outfit. I'm actually kind of interested in this stuff, as I am with all things British these days. I am fully, and I mean fully, down my rabbit hole with Line of Duty. Great show. There's, I think, 6 seasons in it. I'm halfway through season 4. I can't stop, won't stop. UK's version of The Wire, sort of. Anyways, this looks interesting. I'm a sucker for a period costume drama, per se. Miniseries. I don't know. This could be something. I have a feeling, because on Acorn TV, which is the US-facing streamer for a lot of British dramas and whatnot, I have a feeling that it might be out in the world somewhere else, maybe. Although I don't see a rating for it, which is odd. So, but this one's debuting late Sunday night, early Monday morning. So, if you're risk averse, you might want to avoid this, lest you get bamboozled like I did with Call Your Mother or Have a Good Trip, Adventures in Psychedelics. Hightown, I'm interested in. Has a solid trailer. I like Monica Raymond. She's pretty charismatic. I've seen her on a bunch of different stuff. Usually playing cops. There she is. Yeah, pretty good looking too. She's on Chicago Fire. That's what it is. Whoa, went to Juilliard. Fancy. All right. Anyways, Hightown seems interesting. Set in Cape Cod. A woman's journey to sobriety is overshadowed by a murder investigation dragging her into its fold. All right, I'm hip. All seems like it could be a lot of drug use, a lot of sex. Sign me up for both. So, and also I believe so. It's set to premiere on Stars May 17th. If you are like me and you have the Stars app via YouTube TV, like I do, you can watch it now. I saw a Twitter ad saying that it was already uploaded the first episode. Sometimes Stars and Showtime does that. So with very new shows. So I'm gonna check it out. I'll tell you what I think. So Hightown seems interesting. We have some VOD candidates in here. Oh, Alice is now the platform says virtual. Now what that means is that these are being distributed via Virtual Studio. Oh, and look at this, a healthy sample size. So what did I price Alice? Oh man. Well, you know what? This is my pricing mistake of the week. Enjoy this freebie. I figured because it was foreign and on virtual basically it's like virtual theaters, and what they're doing with virtual theaters, it's same as video on demand, except that in this case when you purchase to rent a movie, part of the proceeds goes to the local theater designation of your choice. So I think like Alamo Drafthouse is doing something like this with virtual theaters and what have you. So it's basically VOD, but it's VOD that supports your local cinema. So yeah, so I clearly messed up on that pricing. Wow, 7 point. Wow, okay, yeah, go get it, Alice. Basketball County in the water. I'm intrigued by this. This one I priced up because it stars Kevin Durant. Basically, Kevin Durant going home to Prince George's County, Maryland, PG County for those in the DMV, and it's got a few NBA stars on there: Victor Oladipo, Markelle Fultz, Quinn Cook. I guess I use that term "star" loosely, and Adrian Dantley, bona fide old head star. So it's a documentary. We like those. Talks about the county's greatness in spawning NBA and WNBA players. And I'm intrigued. I might check it out. What is that on? That's on... Oh, it's on Showtime. So I'll definitely check that out. That one's coming out, it looks like, Friday. We have some Lifetime in the mix this week. And The Great from Hulu, which I think I priced up because it does have... It's from the writer or co-writer of The Favorite, the Oscar-winning movie The Favorite. Let's see full cast and crew. Yeah, Tony McNamara. He was a co-writer on Oh no, he wrote The Favorite. Sorry, no co. Just he wrote The Favorite. That's cool. Yeah, so The Favorite was great. I enjoyed that. So it might have similar kind of absurdist sensibilities. It's on Hulu. We don't get much Hulu these days. I'm a little worried about their content pipeline. But I believe I did price up The Great. Yeah, about 14,000. Our highest scoring outing this week is going to be Scoob, because it's got name rec, man. It's, even though it's animated, it's... Oh, is that the... Oh, here we go. There we go. Scoob. So basically it's animated. These are all voice roles. All right. But these are high profile voices. We got Will Forte, you got Mark Wahlberg, Jason Isaacs, Gina Rodriguez, Zac Efron, Amanda Seyfried, Tracy Morgan. I mean, these are some names. So they spent some money on this. They are fully expecting to release into theaters. Pandemic hits. People are trapped with their children and their significant others. So I think this could do similar business to what Trolls World Tour did. Trolls World Tour apparently sold 5 million copies in the first 3 weeks at $20 a pop. So that's like, what, 100 million that went to the studio? Or if you assume 20% off for carrier fees, expenses, that's 80 million in the pockets of studios. So that's, and when you consider how long it takes to make a movie profitable over the lifespan of it and how little profit they wring out from these properties, 80 million straight to the studio is pretty excellent business right there. So So I put Scoob up at 19,000. We don't have any. We don't have any kind of hints yet at how it's going to do. I'm curious. It might be it might be a case of me overpricing again. We're also feeling our way through this, of course, but I feel like 19,000 is appropriate for it. I think it's going to get a lot more coverage as it gets closer to release on. When is it releasing? On Thursday. No, that's Friday. So probably late Thursday night. Because this is, I believe, Universal going against the grain and defying openly the edict of AMC and Regal. Good luck with that, y'all. Snowpiercer, another priced up one that I think also as a project has carried a lot of interest based off of the Bong Joon-ho movie, which was great. I enjoyed it, starring Chris Evans. Snowpiercer, it's a kind of future where it's like frozen on the outside, so humanity's been shuffled into a super long train that just runs nonstop on these tracks around the world. It just can't stop. It just won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. And then it's cordoned off by, like, you know, the first class passengers, the rich are up front, and then poor people are in the back, and the clashing of tensions within the train cars. So I'm intrigued. I'm definitely going to watch it, Snowpiercer. And find out, and then also another documentary miniseries. We are still trying to price up miniseries here. All right, sorry, documentaries here. The Last Narc. Interesting because based on the true life story that's covered somewhat in Narcos, if you guys are Netflix Narcos fans, the kidnapping murder of DEA agent Kiki Camarena. And so that's covered, you know, pretty solidly in I think the first season of Narcos Mexico. So I think that kind of tangential interest like I have will leak over. I think 12,000 is an excellent price for 12,600 to start is an excellent price for it. Might be even undervalued. I think it's going to perform pretty well if there's any kind of skill involved in the telling of this. Because as you can see from this past week, actually, I take it back. Documentaries took a hit this week. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And look at this. There are some more low-scoring performers. I think there might be a flaw in going heavy on documentaries. I think I'm going to start, as my schedule allows, compiling some genre statistics once we get maybe 3 or 4 weeks out. See how drama does, documentary does, animation does, comedy does, etc., and just see what we got, because I am so wrong on drama this past week. Interesting. All right, everybody. Well, that's it. I run my mouth long enough. Make sure you check out the new talent pool. Thanks so much for everyone playing. Looking forward to seeing those call sheets this week. Bring in a friend. We're still offering $50 prize pool. $35 to first, $15 to second. Congratulations to our top two. Jaybird for the $35 win. Gamble 24x7 for the $15 win. I will be PayPaling you gentlemen shortly. And I don't know. Let's make great call sheets this week. Stay in, stay healthy, and we'll see you on the next podcast.